Hi, Kim Rayner here from All About Spirits Life After Cancer, and I want to welcome you today to episode 33 of Life After Cancer, and the title of today's show is The Truth About Ringing the Bell After Cancer. And I chose this title today because on May 31st, my cancer center had a Ring the Bell celebration. So at 12 o'clock noon on May 31st, everybody who was a cancer survivor who was treated through their facility went outside on their porch or wherever they were and just rang the bell for a minute to celebrate and to signify the transition and what we've been through as cancer survivors. And that really gave me the opportunity to think about what it was like for me to actually ring that cancer bell. And, before I tell the story of that, I want to tell you, while I was going through active treatment, the fire department came and they were testing the fire alarms in the hospital where I was being treated. And they asked if anybody wanted to pull the fire alarm, if anybody ever had a latent desire to do that. And I, of course, raised my hand because I thought, oh, how cool, I can pull the fire alarm with permission from the fire department. So I rang the bell, and that was really exciting. On December 26th of 2007, when I had my last cancer treatment and they invited me to ring the bell after that was over, I was not so excited about ringing that bell. And that is really what prompted me to have the show today be about ringing the after cancer bell. So I think that, it is designed to be a celebration. It's designed to be a milestone marker to help us transition from active treatment into life after cancer. And, my care team was really excited, and my family and friends were excited. And the truth is, I pretended to be excited. I really wasn't excited about the transition after active treatment. And, I've talked to a lot of people since I have been, cancer-free. I have worked with a lot of people since I've been cancer-free. And some of the things that I've heard from people are things like, they make you ring the bell when you're done. Or, I'm terrified to be done with treatment. Or, my family's really excited about this and I feel dreadful. Or the one that was really touching to me was the only people who have any idea what's going on are going to be on the other side of that bell. And that broke my heart. And I could so understand the feeling. I think that, it's devastating for us sometimes to walk out the door. And I don't want to pretend that it's like that for everybody because not everybody has an experience like that. But this is how it was for me. And I really want to invite you, if you ever look at the cancer survivors ringing the bell on YouTube or on Facebook, and you really look at those videos, you can see the excitement in the family and friends' faces. But if you look deep into the survivor's face, a lot of times what you see there is fear. You see trepidation. You see concern. You see putting on a brave face. Or you see, I'm doing this because I'm pretty sure that's what I think that they want me to be doing and saying, not necessarily what I'm really feeling. So I really want to talk about that whole transition period and that whole shifting gears after your cancer treatment. And, one of the things that I want to mention is transitioning after healthcare. Your healthcare team is still there for you, but they are going to be there for you in a different way. They are going to start taking care of their new batch of patients in the way that they cared for you when you were first diagnosed. Hi, Mike. Thanks for tuning in today. Then your cancer team is going to start taking care of you as a survivor who's no longer in active treatment, but they are still going to be there for you. And there's some things to be aware of as you walk through that process. And, three things that are pretty common and pretty poignant are that we have side effects that we didn't necessarily know that we were going to have. And that we're not sure where to get the support that we used to get from our care team. And then we actually can go through something that's really like cancer care team withdrawal. So the managing of the side effects part Hi. The managing of the side effects part. When I was approaching treatment's end, I really thought that I was going to go back to normal. I really expected that things were going to happen the way that they happened before the day I was diagnosed, that all of the stuff that was going on, that it was just going to disappear magically somehow on my last day of treatment once that bell was rang. And that wasn't the truth for me, and it's really not the truth for a lot of people. So being aware that you might have some residual effects, and that there's going to be some time learning how to navigate and deal with those side effects and treating them and managing them until you come up with your new normal, whatever that new normal is. And then there's the aspect of social support. And, what does that look like? And there, your family and your friends and your caregivers are really going to become your new support network. They're going to become your team. They're going to take on the responsibility and the role that your cancer care team had for you while you were going through your active treatment. And they're the ones that are going to be your coaches or your team. And you are going to need those people more than you have ever needed them before. And so really relying on them and leaning on them. And one of the things that's really helpful and really important is to be honest with them about what's going on for you. And, I talk about that a lot, being honest with the people who have earned the right to hear the truth about what's going on for you. And then the last thing is that whole idea of cancer care team withdrawal. And I'll tell you, that's real. My cancer care team was a huge part of my life. I talked to them, on a regular basis. And you're going to have follow-up with them, but it's going to be based on your needs. It's not going to be the weekly visit or in some cases, the daily visit that you had while you were in active treatment. And that takes some adjusting. And we develop some really special bonds with our cancer care team when we're in the process of treatment. And it can be challenging to adjust to the loss of them not being active in our lives that way. We may miss the interactions that we had with them on a daily and regular basis. And our teams can prepare us for what to expect after our treatment is over. But from that point on, it's going to be up to you on how you manage and how you navigate and how you step into your process of life after cancer. And, some of the suggestions that I have for you is, to really make sure that you surround yourself with people who understand. And there are lots of people, our friends and family want to understand, but really the best kind of understanding that we can get is from people who have been there. So really find a way to build a support network and a team for yourself that gets it, that gets what you're going through. And if you're struggling with finding help and finding support, you can absolutely reach out to me. I have been doing Life After Cancer for more than 10 years. Hi, Jeanette. Welcome to the show today. I've been doing Life After Cancer for more than 10 years. And actually next week it's going to be 11 years since I was diagnosed. And I know what it's like to walk through that process. So reach out to me if you are struggling with this or anything else in your after cancer journey. And let me tell you, if you've had long-term treatment for anything, these rules don't just apply to cancer, they apply to any kind of life after treatment event. We get used to having our cancer team or our health team or our support team involved with us, and then there's a loss after that. So my invitation to you is to really be gentle with yourself in this process, to really acknowledge and recognize where you are, and to reach out. If you need help, reach out to me, reach out to other people. And if you find any of the information in this show helpful to you, I hope that you will like it and share it on Facebook. It makes the information available to more people. And, Life After Cancer was such a huge deal for me. And that whole idea of, treatment's over, what am I going to do now? That aspect of life was so traumatic for me to walk through that I have a whole series of work that I do around treatment's over, what now? So if you're interested and you're struggling, or you know somebody who's struggling, you can reach out to me using the email link on my Facebook page, and I will absolutely respond to your requests. Or you can shoot me questions below the post today, and I hope you make it a great week, and until we meet again, I hope life treats you well. Thanks for being here today. Bye.